Every day, we write one page of our life, sometimes with our hard work, sometimes with our laziness, sometimes with our honesty, and sometimes with our carelessness. The problem is, we do not realize in that moment that the small choices we make today will stand in front of us tomorrow as our destiny. The work we leave unfinished, the responsibilities we put on someone else, the promises we make to ourselves and then break, all of it is being written somewhere. And one day, life places that diary in our hands. Today's story is about a poor cobbler and his two sons. A father who spent his whole life working hard, but his own sons kept running away from hard work. They thought they were only avoiding work, but in reality, they were running away from their own future. This story will touch your heart. And by the end, you will surely ask yourself one question. What am I writing in the diary of my life today? Many years ago, in a small village, there lived a poor cobbler. The cobbler was not a rich man. He owned no land, no shop, and no big house. He used to repair people's old shoes in the village market. Before sunrise, he would wake up. He would take out his old bicycle. He would pick up a small wooden box, and he would sit in his usual place at the corner of the market. Inside that box were a few needles, threads, polish, a small hammer, and some old pieces of leather. People came to him. Someone's shoe was torn. Someone's slipper was broken. Someone's boot sole had come loose. The cobbler repaired everything with love and care. He often said, "My child, a shoe may seem like a small thing, but a person's journey depends on it. If the foundation below is weak, a person cannot walk far." People would smile at his words. But the cobbler never considered his work small. For him, every shoe was a trust. The villagers used to say that there was blessing in the cobbler's hands. No matter how damaged a shoe was, once it touched his hands, it became worthy of walking again. But there was one pain inside the cobbler's own home. He had two sons, the elder son and the younger son. Both were young. Both were strong. Both had time and strength. But both lacked one thing: responsibility. The elder son spent most of his day sitting with friends and wasting time. Sometimes he watched videos on his phone. Sometimes he would say, "Father, times have changed. Hard work does not bring anything anymore." The younger son was even lazier. He slept late in the morning. He made excuses even to avoid small household tasks. Sometimes he had a headache. Sometimes he was not feeling well. Sometimes he was simply not in the mood. The cobbler often tried to guide them. "My sons, poverty is not shameful, but running away from work is shameful." The elder son would laugh and say, "Father, you worked hard your whole life. What did you get? The same old house, the same broken cot, and the same corner of the market." These words pierced the cobbler's heart like an arrow. But he stayed silent. Because sometimes a father's pain is louder in his silence than in his words. One day, the village schoolteacher came to the cobbler. He had an old shoe in his hand. "My friend," the schoolteacher said, "this is my very old shoe. Please repair it. I have to go to the city tomorrow." The cobbler took the shoe in his hand, looked at it, and said, "It will be done. Do not worry." At that time, the cobbler was not feeling well. His cough had become worse. His eyesight was getting weaker. His hands were no longer as strong as before. But he did not refuse the work. In the evening, when he came home, he called his elder son and younger son. "My sons, my hand is hurting a lot today. This shoe belongs to the schoolteacher. He needs it tomorrow morning. You both repair it." The elder son picked up the shoe, looked at it carelessly, and said, "Father, why put so much effort into this? We can just stitch it a little. It will last for 1 day." The cobbler said softly, "No, my son. Do your work in such a way that your conscience never has to blame you." The younger son said with irritation, "Father, how will the schoolteacher know? A shoe stays under the foot. Who even looks at it?" The cobbler looked at both of them. There was tiredness in his eyes, but also hope. "Just remember one thing," the cobbler said. "Whatever you make for others, you are actually making for your own character." Both sons heard his words, but they did not take them to heart. That night, the cobbler went to sleep. The elder son and the younger son picked up the shoe. Instead of using proper leather, they pasted an old piece on it. Instead of using strong thread, they used weak thread. Where the stitching needed to be strong, they only stitched it from the surface. The younger son said, "If it lasts till morning, that is enough." The elder son laughed and said, "Father turns every small thing into a matter of honesty." They placed the shoe aside and went to sleep. In the morning, the cobbler looked at the shoe. He said nothing. He simply held the shoe in his hand, felt the stitching with his fingers, and took a deep breath. Then he gave the shoe to the schoolteacher. But there was a strange sadness in his eyes. After that day, the cobbler's health became worse. His cough became deeper. Going to the market became difficult. One night, while lying on his cot, he called his elder son and younger son. His voice was very weak. "My sons, there is an old diary under my wooden box. Bring it to me." The younger son took out the diary. It was an old diary. Its corners were torn, the pages were yellow, and on the cover, in the cobbler's handwriting, it said, "My hard work, my lessons." The elder son laughed and said, "Father, you used to write a diary too?" The cobbler smiled, but there was pain in that smile. "My son, when a man has many things to say, but no one to listen, he speaks to paper." Both sons became silent. The cobbler said, "Today I want to read you the most important page of this diary." The younger son opened the diary. The cobbler began reading in a weak voice. First lesson: no work is ever small, only the thinking can be small. Then he asked him to open the next page. Second lesson: a person's real character is revealed when no one is watching. The elder son lowered his eyes. The cobbler stopped his cough and said, "Now open the page where the red thread is tied." The younger son opened that page. On it was written, "For my sons." Both brothers sat up straight. Tears came into the cobbler's eyes. "My sons," the cobbler said, "you both think I tell you to work every day because there is less money in the house. No, lack of money is not as dangerous as lack of discipline." He stopped and took a breath. "A poor man can still live with honor if hard work is alive inside him. But the man whose love for work dies is already ruined." Then the cobbler said something that shook both sons to their core. "The shoe you both repaired last night did not belong to the schoolteacher." The elder son and the younger son looked at each other in shock. The cobbler said slowly, "That shoe was mine." The room fell silent. The cobbler continued, "I used the schoolteacher's name because I wanted to see how you would work when you thought it was someone else's trust. But the shoe you repaired was the one I wore today when I went to the market." The elder son's face turned pale. The diary almost slipped from the younger son's hands. The cobbler removed the cloth from his foot. There was a wound on his foot. The weak stitching had broken on the road. The sole of the shoe had come off. The cobbler had stumbled against a stone and fallen. Blood had come out of his foot. Tears filled both sons' eyes. The cobbler looked at the elder son and said, "When you used weak thread, you thought someone else would suffer. But that thread hurt my foot." Then he looked at the younger son and said, "When you said, 'Who looks under the foot?' Remember this: life often makes us fall from the ground beneath us. If the foundation is weak, the building above cannot stand for long. Both brothers began to cry. "Father, please forgive us." The cobbler placed his hand on their heads. "Do not ask forgiveness from me. Ask forgiveness from your own future, because the person who leaves today's work incomplete finds tomorrow's life incomplete." He closed the diary. Then he said, "I spent my whole life repairing people's shoes so they could walk on their path. But I could not teach my own sons how to walk on the right path. Maybe that was my failure." Hearing this, the elder son broke down. "Father, please do not say that. The failure was ours. You always tried to guide us." Tears rolled from the cobbler's eyes and disappeared into his pillow. "My son, remember this: a person's real test comes in the work where he sees no immediate benefit." That night, both brothers could not sleep. Their father's wounded foot kept appearing in their minds. They kept remembering the weak thread, and his words kept echoing in their ears. "The person who leaves today's work incomplete finds tomorrow's life incomplete." Before sunrise, the elder son woke up. For the first time, he opened his father's wooden box. He picked up the needle. He picked up the thread. He picked up the leather. The younger son also woke up and came beside him. Without saying anything, both brothers walked toward the market. They went and sat at the same place where their father used to sit every day. The first customer arrived. An old man came with his torn slipper. The elder son took the slipper in his hand. Before, he would have said, "It will work somehow." But today, he said, "Sir, this needs to be repaired properly. It will take some time, but then it will last comfortably." The old man smiled. The younger son began stitching. For the first time, he did not stitch only from the surface. For the first time, instead of finishing the work quickly, he tried to finish it correctly. Days passed. Both brothers woke up early every morning. They went to the market. They learned their father's work. At first, people were surprised. Then slowly, they began to respect them. One day, the schoolteacher came again. He said to the elder son, "There was blessing in your father's hands. Perhaps now that blessing is beginning to appear in both of your attitudes." Tears came into the elder son's eyes. He said, "Teacher, now I understand that work becomes strong not by the hands, but by the intention." A few months later, the cobbler's health became even weaker. But now there was peace on his face. One evening, the elder son and the younger son came to him. They placed a new shoe in front of him. Strong leather, straight stitching, a comfortable sole. And inside, a small line was written, "For father, with honesty." The cobbler held the shoe in his hand. His hands were trembling. He pressed the shoe against his chest. "My sons," he said, "now I believe you are not just making shoes. You are building your lives." The younger son cried and said, "Father, we understood very late." The cobbler smiled and said, "Understanding late is better than never understanding at all." Then he gave the diary to the elder son. "Keep this safe. Whenever your heart tries to run away from work, open it." The elder son held the diary close to his chest. After that day, both brothers changed. They gave respect to their father's small work. Then they made that work better. Then they rented a small shop. Then they began bringing better materials from the city. People started coming from far away to get their shoes repaired by them. But one board always remained on the door of their shop. Every work is a trust. And behind the counter, the first line from the cobbler's diary was written, "A person's real character is revealed when no one is watching." Friends, think about this for a moment. Somewhere in our lives, we all become like the elder son and the younger son. Sometimes we take shortcuts in our work. Sometimes we do not give time to our relationships. Sometimes we ignore our health. Sometimes we keep delaying our dreams. Sometimes we say, "What difference does it make right now?" But it does make a difference. Every small shortcut can become a big loss one day. Every unfinished task can become an unfinished life one day. Every weak thread can break in the middle of the road one day. And the biggest truth is this: whatever you are doing for someone else is actually building your own character. Your job is not only for salary. Your studies are not only for marks. Your business is not only for money. Your attitude is not only for other people. All of these things together create your identity. So whenever any work comes in front of you, whether small or big, do it as if its effect will come directly into your own life. Because the truth is, it will. The habit you're building today will become your future tomorrow. The intention you carry today will become your name tomorrow. The work you do honestly today will become your respect tomorrow. And the work you do carelessly today may become a wound on your path tomorrow. So today, ask yourself one question. What kind of thread am I using to stitch the shoes of my life? Weak thread? Shortcuts? Laziness? Excuses? Or honesty, hard work, and full dedication? Remember, the world may not see every work you do. People may not notice every effort you make. But life remembers everything. And one day, life makes you wear what you stitched yourself. So do your work with heart. Fulfill your responsibilities with honesty. Do not take your promises lightly. And do not think your habits are small, because a person doesn't become successful in one day. A person is built little by little every day, every morning, in every decision, in every task, in every moment when no one is watching. If you want to change today, do not wait for a big opportunity. Just do the next task honestly. Keep the next promise. Complete the next responsibility. Take the next step correctly. Because the journey of life changes with one step. And the day you correct your intention, your path also begins to correct itself. If this story touched your heart, write in the comments. Which part of your life will you now begin to handle with honesty and full effort? Share this story, because maybe someone like the elder son or younger son needs to understand his father's lesson today. And subscribe to the channel, because here we do not just tell stories. We share lessons that can change lives. Remember, every work is a trust. Every habit is a foundation. Every day is a page. And you are the one writing the diary of your life.